but Soniqs at the moment are giving them absolutely nothing, which is what you've got to be doing. They're stalling out the clock. They're making VP go slow. This has often been a slow team, but now with the line and the flashes, they'll walk on in.
Ambi's holding his own at the moment. Pasha with the entry kill. Joystick traded out by Rexon, so nothing really gained from VP, but they continue to assert themselves over towards security, and Pasha finds a second on to Grixer, who threw that rotate in the wall, reveals himself a little bit too much. Joystick the only casualty for VP, though Shepard has taken quite a bit of damage. Down goes Surf and Canadian in a 1-2 punch from Virtus.Pro, and the Russians will take round number 1. Wall into A bomb site from bathroom also opened up as Pasha now heads towards the hallway. Joystick going towards the front. This is a very linear take at the moment. You've got 2 players from VP looking to clear out upstairs. That's Dan and Always working together, and Ambi far enough back, eliminating Always. Dan's the next one up top. Joystick falters to Rexon, and SQ have a great read on this play. Again, maybe a bit too linear. Time running out. Pasha and Shepard, last 2 remaining. 4 kills on the board for VP, all in the hands of Pasha. Shepard will need to break the goose egg as he almost gets the diffuser down. But as he leads his team, so does Canadian for Soniqs. And it's Canadian to get the very final pick to equalize.
They've got the hatch as well that they can drop to go for a defuse kit, but man, this is still going to be awkward with so little time remaining.
Pasha 5 kills, almost made it 6 there, missing out on Canadian as Grixer's Nitro Cell takes care of Always. Pasha still searching for something. Shepard reduced. Pasha does find it onto Grixer, but now Shepard needs to get diffuser down, and Surf is retaken from above. No coverage for Shepard as Surf waiting for the drop. He does not get the all clear. Shepard will have to watch 2 separate angles, and he might expose himself to the hatch. He plays real tight to the baggage check machine. Popping up, taking care of Canadian. Shepard's clutched before. He sees the shots, knows that Surf is up there. Both of these players a single bullet away from death. Shepard sits and waits, and there's the drop. Locked out by Shepard, my goodness.
They're rotating now straight to the bomb site where there is a window they can vault on in. They're going for their plant now.
Shepard getting diffuser down. He was successful in the previous round, taking no damage whatsoever from the toxic gas. He will as he gets out. More damage done in the post plant to Shepard than at the time that the diffuser was put on the ground. Pasha's got a read on the retake at top east. Canadian might have been spotted, so VP will be wise to his tricks as the smoke retakes, but he's not alone. 2 players from Soniqs up above. Old habits die hard there. Pasha and Shepard slaughtering both of them, and a jump out from Canadian works, but Shepard has the upper hand. 2 kills in the previous round in the post plant for Shepard, and he will do it again with the Sonic skin to add insult to injury. Fits towards top east and throws up a gas canister, which will slow Shepard down. Always the vault in, finds a frost mat, and Rexon will do what the rest of his gadget couldn't achieve, which is find the kill. Joystick and Shepard is the last 2 remaining. Joystick finally on the board. It only took 5 rounds.
Hunting now for it in the 2v3. Very little map control still. They've got the fuse kit, but nowhere near the site. Oh, wait a minute. Rexon goes down. Surf go for the refrag, but he's missing his shots. Doesn't quite find any of them. He's got to back off at this point. If he doesn't, he's going to be facing 1v2s, and they're very isolated on the side of Soniqs.
Really easy for Surf to forget how the gadgetry works there, but he pulls on the smart goggles, eliminates Joystick. And can Shepard pull off a clutch yet again? 3 rounds in a row? He's got the ping on it? No. His luck runs out. 3rd time is not a charm, but that's okay because he got the first and the second. SQ sought out a player like Surf because they believed he could be clutch in big moments. Veered off of his position. Joystick sees the feet of Surf, and it's now a back take from Shepard, who looks for a bullet hole kill. Surf is repositioned, now looks towards the top of metal, and might actually be able to go for the old switcheroo. If VP don't have somebody on active flank watch, this could doom their upstairs hold. There's 3 players. You better have somebody watching this position. Surf with 1 kill. Immediately Dan is ready. Shepard successful on that diffuse kit yet again, and Dan has completely fallen off. A nice game of keep away from VP as they get Surf's position, and now VP will get into their spots with the diffuser down. Surf almost gets 1, but it's Shepard again in the post plant. Something we've said now 3 times over the course of this first half. The man walks in. The man plants the case. The man watches over and says, Don't touch my case. And now a smoke over towards Sandwich as Grixer picks up another kill for Soniqs. Canadian with diffuser tucked into the corner by half wall, but he's worried about the shotgun down below and now needs to reposition. The shotgun's still there though, by the way, so it can still be opened up by Always at this point. Canadian successful in getting the diffuser down. Objective play for both of these teams has been a big focus. It was successful for VP, and it's working out exactly the same for Soniqs as Grixer finds 2 more kills to increase his tally to 3. Always now ascending upstairs, but with the exception of Ambi, who's been down, you've got 4 very keen members of Soniqs, all searching for the final pick. And Always has given his spot away. Canadian tucked into this corner, and he does most of it himself. He wasn't a huge impact on that first kill, though he did secure it. But that smoke and the fire were enough to dislodge VP, swing in, get the diffuser down relatively quickly. At the halfway point, just a little bit below that, Grixer watching over top of it. He team kills as Canadian pops up. Small mistake. But the case adorned with the blood of a friendly fire. Shotgun now in hand from Shepard as he closes on in. Always could have the pinch as well, but a Deimos of Ambi is just out of reach. Grixer, who killed Canadian, will pay for it at the hands of Shepard, and Shepard has an opportunity to go for the counter disable, but not yet. Ambi dies to Always, who's peeking in a different direction. Always taking an awful lot of damage. Shepard has been downed. It's all up to Dan and Always as the last player standing is Rexon. 3 seconds. That's the point of time that you're at, and it's a little too late. Dan has hopped on it. Rexon doesn't even need to get the final kills, but he does anyway. Timer past the point of no return. A very hectic and chaotic end to that round. They're already setting up, and a quick one to go. Damage is done to Rexon, but he finds a kill onto Dan. A Nitro Cell will blow Surf sky high. There goes the diffuser as well. It needs to be retrieved as Ambi eliminates Pasha. Second on to Always. Just in the blink of an eye, we have lost almost half of this server. Joystick and Shepard remain. Shepard with 10 kills to his name. Tremendously gifted player, but he's got maybe a bit more than he can chew. Grixer with diffuser now as there go the remaining Candelas. Very limited utility for Soniqs. They've used it all, but very successfully. Ambi, a triumphantly large round. No chance whatsoever for VP, and Soniqs have the lead. Logic bombs will go out to keep this VP team in their place. Rexon has a bevy of sounds around him, but where, oh where, is he going to engage from? Always with another kill for VP, traded right away by Rexon. Down goes Joystick. Ambi, 13 kills at this point. He and Rexon leading the way on the team, and they're still alive. The same can be said for VP. Pasha and Shepard sitting at the top right now. Grixer shrugging off a bunch of damage. Final 30 seconds. The diffuser needs to be picked back up. There goes the final logic bomb, Jesse.
Hunting for the final couple of kills. Work above is going to be really big. Puts Dan under some pressure. He knows that there could be some players on the hatch. Sees the head. Beautiful shot to find Rexon to start this one. Grixer's just recovered the defuse kit now. He's going for a plant spot as teammate Andy's finding kills, but he does get traded. There's only 6 seconds now for Grixer as well. Has a player in his crosshairs, but he can't quite find the pick. Now with no time left, he's got to stick this defuse kit, and he will get taken down by Shepard. A close try, but not enough for the Soniqs.
Or him biting off a bit more than he can chew, just as Shepard had done so on VP in the previous round. That is up for us to discuss post-match, and for the smarter people who watch this game to talk about it. That said, Soniqs have actually looked better without the shield here on border.
Oh, yeah.
So that number you brought up, it's backwards at this current point in time. Ambi barreling into his death over towards East Stairs. You said Joystick struggled on the entry. That is correct. Grixer dies to Dan, and now it's all up to Surf. VP have positioned themselves really well as Joystick finds yet another. VP wins the round flawlessly and will move to match point.
So I'm going to give a bit of a hot take. I don't think the shields are necessarily the problem in these pushes. Pasha in a scary situation. He's going to leave it, actually. It was scary for the enemy. But he obviously is playing up above there with Canadian on so little HP. Makes it very distracting. They've got some cutoffs for him now, and he will fall. Good push from Rexon to walk in and find that pick. He's downstairs inside of customs. Might have been a vert pick, too. Still Joysticks up above. Watch out. Finds Surf now, and Rexon answers back onto Always. Okay.
Joystick and Dan, last 2 remaining. Down goes Dan. The Scopos seemingly does not work out, Jesse, and now Joystick needs to watch over top. He sees the Lion of Grixer so long. He saw for a fleeting second the blitz as well, and now a Hail Mary as he drops on into lobby. The blitz is tucked away in the corner, but the moment the joystick vaults on over, somebody will be watching. Ambient positioned, closing in on lobby, moving out of workshop and finding that final pick. And of course, we need overtime to settle this affair. 3 of the 4 rounds we've seen Canadian on this blitz. The blitz has either been left on his own or has just simply provided very limited value immediately. It puts Soniqs in a bit of a rough spot. You need to have more value from your shields with how strong they are currently in the meta. Final minute. An answer back from Soniqs will tie things in a 4v4.
All right, 50 seconds now. With Surf making that opening, we've got another player in Fountain hunting for, but Shepard answers back instead. Rexon will fall for that. Player into smoke, and it doesn't matter with that headshot. He hits another one, Shepard! He's got 3, looking for 4. Shotgun's ready, but Surf fighting other players instead, and always will take it away from him. Virtus.Pro dominance in our first round of defense.
That very easily could have been a 4K by Shepard as well, Jesse, if it wasn't for Always. Handling the drone from above, so that's less information for VP as the cut and thrust will be upon us any moment. Right now the lineup over on the eastern portion of this map. We'll just wait it out at the time being. VP obviously need to be worried about time. Joystick finds Rexon, only 2 for Soniqs remain, and a hell of a task ahead of them against a very angry and well-oiled Russian machine at this point. Grixer and Surf both with 10 deaths apiece. They will add up to 11. Surf holding court, dropping all these players, but Pasha comes to the rescue at the last second. The only player still with a pulse on the side of VP.